And
Stepping.
here we go. The finals. Brad, the chatty daddy, versus the CTO, mamox45. Sending them the all clear. We can get started. What have we seen out of the leads? We've seen Mamox go for various different leads. Um,
Yeah, I'm not too sure what we're going to see out of here. What I do see is we've got a player trying to, as we call it, bring a chancy in. Reckless one, we're going to need you to deafen.
Oh, I'm not in.
Oh, you're not. Oh, God, it's
Yeah,
Mammox.
yeah,
Oh, I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
Mamex into Blazing. Yeah.
These matches have been so close. Even our announcers are confused at who's been doing what and winning on what.
and Mamox presses Zen Headbutt there to start. The steel move, not great against electric types, but he was faster, so the Aggron, though, not carrying Rocky Helmet as it normally would if it wasn't Mega Evolved, so this will be a Mega Evolution here, and Jirachi's steel moves aren't the worst, but not the best either. Immediately Stealth Rocking. Earthquake won't do a whole lot. Pretty good, though, for a defensive wall. Dragon Tail to go ahead and bring out, and he pulls Alakazam, which is the worst you could get, probably. But Brad can go ahead and swap over to Latias here. But remember that Mamox has Dazzling Gleam on that Alakazam. We saw it in a previous round. So if he's
Yeah,
predicting that swap,
I'm imagining a focus blast into Dazzling Gleam and trusting his speed like he has. You don't have to make the prediction. You're faster.
there it is. And he chooses the Focus Blast. Yeah, and it's a tough predict, but Dazzling Gleam here will do pretty good damage. But Latias will survive. Latias is a special wall here, so we'll see if Brad leaves it in. We probably will, because took the Focus Blast well. We'll take Psychic moves well. Um, he'll just have to know about the Dazzling Gleam and Mamox choosing to swap over to the Umbreon.
Yeah, wanting to save his sash there, but a double swap with Brad going hard into the Crobat, trying to match speed with speed, but
Yeah,
also a great matchup into the Umbreon.
yeah, but not something that Brad wants, I don't think. But here's Swampert, and there's the taunt, which is what is great against the Umbreon. True. But the taunt there will allow Swampert to just go ahead and press Waterfall here. He does. Black
Yeah,
Sludge heals it up, but that's not really what you want to be doing if you could help it. But you can't Stealth Rock with the taunt out there.
yeah, I'd really like to see a U-turn into some more pressure from Brad. Try and threaten out the Swampert instead of going for the Brave Bird there. Opting into it now in this turn.
Yeah, the Latias has Life Orb, so it will hit pretty hard on this Swampert. So if you're Mamox, I think you want to go ahead and get a chance here to maybe swap back to the Umbreon.
And we saw Brad having his grass coverage on the Raikou through a hidden power, which would be good against the Swampert, but it's more of a call on the switch in. And the Swampert will take it much better than a Quagsire.
Yeah, there's the Ice Beam, the Life Orb damage coming back. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight Umbreon here with Latias, so going to the Aggron immediately to start Dragon Tailing again.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah,
Swap
that's
right into the Dragon Tail, get the out of here.
that's pretty much worst case scenario. You lose your weakness policy. Your Dragonite is below the damage of the rock. Yeah, it's awful. You're pretty much in really tough shape here if you're Mamox. You don't have a whole lot of special attacking into Brad's physical
Oh, and
wall
a
here.
big miss on the Pinsir. With that Pinsir being Mega Evolved, when it swapped back in, it would have taken massive damage from the rocks. That miss on the Dragon Tail is going to give Mammox the momentum that he needs to potentially get back into it, but he goes for a Sword Stance. And Brad goes for a Thunder Wave.
Yeah, crazy there.
And the
Crazy.
quick attack doesn't kill,
Oh,
but the Stone Edge does.
Brad is really taking advantage of Mammox here.
Yeah, Mamox really needed to take the miss and turn it into a kill on his opponent's Mega, and then swap out his pincer with a double defense and special defense drop to try and save it for later, just to try and quick attack sweep at the end or something, as Brad did with the Entei with the extreme speed.
We, s-
And there's the synchronize into synchronize.
yeah, we had seen some of this when they played before, and Moonblast is just so strong against Dark Pokemon. You're not in a great spot here if you're Mammox with this matchup. But those rocks on the side are just so hard for you to deal with when your Dragonite's already below 50%. You don't even have your Mega Evolution anymore. Where's Jirachi?
Yeah, Jirachi, a massive Gardevoir counter. The steel typing counteracting that fairy typing, and the psychics just countering each other.
I mean, Jirachi arguably could still sweep the entire team of Brad, looking at what Brad has. So here he swaps to the Jirachi. This could be bad, though, if the Moonblast hits hard. It hits pretty big there, but this is your point. This is your chance to just press Iron Head and just keep pressing it until Jirachi dies. It's all you can do. Yep, here comes Entei. And if it doesn't do more than, yeah, this is really tough here. Entei is the counter in a sense because that extreme speed would have been able to outspeed both times. Oh,
Oh, and the burn on the Swampert, cutting its physical power.
really tough here. Sometimes you see Swampert with Scald, but this one does have Waterfall, so Umbreon coming in, probably going to take some damage here, but Recover being safe with Brad, and I like it. Ice Beam taking it down. Remember, it's physically defensive, and Mammox is pretty much going to have a hard time here. This Alakazam could do some good things here, but remember that Latias is a special wall here that can fight this thing.
Yeah, the Zam's really going to have to push a lot of momentum here to get Mamox back in this game. He could also just be thinking about how he adjusts going into game 2.
Goes for the quick reset, and ooh, Dazzling Gleam there. Crobat is quite fast, so this could be a speed tie here. We're gonna see who's faster.
He can U-turn on the Crobat into something else to tank the attack and keep that loop going as long as the rocks allow him. But Brave Birding into the Alakazam, I guess he still break the sash.
Yeah, yeah. You will be able to bring the Crobat out one more time, but that U-turn doing 75% was a lot, and I think if you're expecting Psychic here, so I think Latias is the choice.
Yeah, on Alakazam, really any damage from that first hit is good damage. You're just breaking the sash.
And that was 28% damage on a crit to that Latias. So there's the Dazzling Gleam. Big damage, but Ice Beam will take down Alakazam. And
And
Dragonite's
Latias
dead. So
barely holding on and dying to the Life Orb after. Big survival. It could have been a roll on 2%.
and it's pretty much 4v2 here, but again, Crobat's low, so if Crobat comes out and presses Brave Bird, it will die. Entei is at pretty good health, and Gardevoir is a Wisher, so Wish Protect, so I like Brad's chances here a lot more than Mammox, but because as long as Entei is alive, that Jirachi, really can't threaten it. Yeah,
And the Raikou also probably going to be faster with the base 115 speed. I believe it's 115 or maybe
Well,
even more.
Jirachi is scarfed, so this Jirachi will outspeed here with an Iron Head. But maybe he goes for Zen Headbutt because he knows that the Entei could be coming.
Yeah, the downside for going for the Zen Headbutt really being the accuracy. But it hits a lot of things well. Oh, and opting for the U-turn just to get the chip in. God, and that Swampert is low.
Yeah.
The result of this is really just going to be Jirachi taking rocks again.
Yeah, you could have killed Raikou there probably with an Iron Head. But
And here he goes. It's time to roll the wheel.
yeah, here comes Entei.
Yeah, really having to lock into that
Ooh,
Iron Head
I don't know
because
about
of
Crobat there. Yep, Crobat's dead. It's really just about the Entei here. Yeah, okay. Here comes the Entei. And if Sacred Fire, well, he just goes for Extreme Speed instead. Probably smart because of the flinch hack. So just hit Extreme Speed another time, and that will take Jirachi down. Dragonite is below 50%. Or, sorry. He does survive, so the Extreme Speed will kill it, though. Just like the Jirachi at low health. There it is.
yeah, Mamox just getting slashed on the rocks that Brad said early there. I'm not even sure if his team has an answer to that or if he's just deciding to play around it. He's gonna have to adjust to really be able to do that. The offensive pressure that he brought the first game just was not there. I got to go back to him having that pincer and being able to kill the Aggron. I think that was a massive swing in Brad's advantage.
Yeah, he decided to, um, instead of killing um, and Brad pressing Thunder Wave that turn. So if he had gotten the kill there, that could have been very different. So here's Dragonite pressing Earthquake. Aggron just deciding to press Dragon Tail. It will proc the weakness policy and kick the Dragonite out again. This is just a pretty tough scenario because we're going to see a Stealth Rock here. Maybe he presses Protect. No, he just goes for the Stealth Rock. And we're probably just going to see a swap from Mamox. Maybe back to, over to Pinsir. Here comes Pinsir.
He's
But a
just going to
Dragon
take a
Tail
Dragon Tail. Oh, he goes for a Stone Edge.
just kills the Pinsir, and that could just already be spell the end for Mamox. It's tough, but Jirachi does have a Fire Punch here, so there it is, only doing 15% damage. And Thunder Wave, oh,
Aggron's base defense is huge.
yeah, really tough there because you now have to get a heal bell off with the Umbreon because that Jirachi can't function that slow. So
Oh, but that's the matchup that you wanted. You just needed to go for the Focus Blast, allowing even more paralysis to be spread
oh,
around, and
and
there it catches in immediately.
this is just awful for Mamox. He's probably already lost this one. He misses with the Stone Edge there, which is something, but Umbreon can't damage this Aggron, so he has nothing that can damage it. So it's just gonna just take Stone Edges here.
Yeah, he needs a Focus Blast out of the Alakazam.
Yeah, this is just really bad because Brad's just gonna keep pressing attacking moves, and
I
yeah,
like
this.
switching back to the Dragon Tail there.
Let's see what Mamox does here. I mean, Brad is onto him. I think he knows what's coming. So here comes Jirachi, Dragon Tail. Yep, kicks him right back out. And the Wish will heal Umbreon here. But just really can't get any momentum because Umbreon can't hurt Aggron at all.
Yeah, those rocks just chipping away at the Jirachi.
And
And
finally, a good
Brad
matchup.
swaps to the Gardevoir, going for the Protect for the Scout to see the Iron Head. It is, in fact, the Iron Head.
No rocks yet, so Entei will come in untouched.
God, he takes that so well. What a proud doggy.
And I'd probably just keep pressing Ironhead. Yeah. You just gotta play high risk, high reward here and just keep pressing Ironhead there until he presses extreme speed. But here comes Swampert. He'll take Sacred Fire much better. But it could burn him, and it
Oh,
does. Oof.
the burn procs really coming through. That's the downside to these physical waters is when they try and check the fire mod, there's almost always an opportunity for them to be burned.
And the special wall and Latias taking the physical move like a champ because of the burn. Umbreon needs to get out here and press Heal Bell, but it could die really quickly here. Yeah, it's going to die right here. So this is almost a foregone conclusion here. Brad's going to go ahead and take this game, it looks like. Alakazam having Dazzling Gleam will deal some good damage, but won't kill. Latias is a special wall, able to take it down with the Ice Beam. Here's Jirachi. If you're Brad, you may just let Latias die here and then get a clean swap over to the Entei. I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, I think at this point you're just throwing Mon out and just letting them do their thing.
Yep. Yep. Over to the Swampert, but not going to matter too much here. Sacred Fire will hit it. It does have leftovers, but the burn will do more than the leftovers. There's no real counterplay for this. You don't have your Wisher. Your Dragonite has no weakness policy anymore. Swapping to the Crobat is he just wants to keep his Entei alive to deal with Jirachi, which I like that play. Keep your Entei safe.
Yeah, that Entei with its extreme speed and fire typing has just been massive for Brad in these games through and through. It's been a threat to just about everyone that he's played.
Oh, and there's Ice Punch. So Mammox deciding to go with the coverage move instead of extreme speed. I don't know how if it would have mattered, but not having a priority move there is tough. But Crobat taking Dragonite down. Here's Jirachi. Just go ahead and let your Crobat die here, and get your Entei in on the next turn or on the next one, and you may just get, yeah, just that flinch is just so strong, and it looks like Brad has figured out a way to deal with it with that Entei.
Yeah, the question is if he brings it in now to go ahead and try and get Chip in. Yeah, going for the Raikou, just wants to push some damage first.
Yeah, I don't like the move because you could just lose it here to the flinch, but he doesn't get flinched and the Shadow Ball takes it down. That's kind of the high risk, high reward of it. And Swampert will just go down to the ball. And that will do it. That will be the game.
GG. Ah, GG.